how to compose a fugue. A lot of counterpoint, harmony and composition techniques for you to learn in this video. Welcome to this new video. I'm Ricardus and Musicus Practicus. Here on the web, on YouTube, I share with all of you to all over the world the most beautiful and magical secrets to compose music. In this case, a fugue. So, when you want to compose a fugue, there are some exercises which are very useful and more useful than other, more traditional in terms of academical exercises. And I said not so more traditional because the actual traditional exercises are Partimento Fugues, like this one by Leonardo Leo. In one of my previous videos, I have already realized this at the keyboard, and then I transcribed it on the paper, or in this case a digital paper, so that today I can comment for you this realization and I can show you what are the compositional technique I applied in this realization. I did in the other video directly on the keyboard. So don't waste more time and let's go directly to this fugue, but first of all let's listen to the realization. Okay, very nice. Now, this is the Partimento Fugue. You can download this PDF for free in the Partimento method further resources. Join with the link in the description. You'll join in the Partimento method the free path, so chapter 1 and 2, and then you can continue. And in the further resources course, which is the next course, you can join for free by the link here in the description. There's a stage called Leonardo Leo Fugue in G minor. So here you can download this version with my notes and also another version without notes in order to make your personal realization. Now, as you can see, we are in G minor, or better C minor. Yes, first of all, I have to fix the title, Belin. I brought G minor due to the two flats, but we are in C minor, as you can see, due to the final note, because this is the ancient modal way of indicating C minor, so one flat less. This is a very big type of, sometimes when you do too many things. It may happen, but don't worry, we are always here to improve our things. Now, let's play it. We have the subject in this point. And another voice which appears so directly in this point. Now, the very interesting thing of this fugue is that we don't have a traditional 4-voice entry. We have like a simple counterpoint here, and then, as you can see, we continue with another subject. We could say the answer in this point. Then we have other 2 voices here. So what to do in these cases? For example, here I prefer to add a voice down. Is it also possible, when you realize a partimento in a more advanced realization, to add a lower realization? Not only chords above the harmony, but also other notes, melodies or chords below the harmony. So in order to create something which is more different than a traditional usual basso continuo or figure bass. So this way we get the subject, then this voice, I wanted to be the preparation of the entry of the new subject. Boom. Let's continue. So, as you can see, I'm adding a new part in the bass. Is this possible? Yes, it is. Then I won't say more about all the compositional techniques here, because there are infinite, a very big number. In the Partimento method you find all what I have applied here. For example, this is 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, stage 2.2, for example, 2.2, alternating 3rd and 6th. Now, also here, 6-3, 6-3, at stage 2.2, as you can see. Here, tied bass, stage 3.5. Nice. And so here I continued adding the 2 lower voices, this way. Using also chromaticism. These false relationships, which are very beautiful in this style, and they are not a mistake. You must do these relationships, false relationships in this style. They are the essence of Baroque music. Beautiful. Here in this point we have, as you can see, the subject now in the top voice, and in the lower voice I'm just using a parallel thirds. 3, 3, with the middle voice leading what is here, as you can see, and the other voice in the tenor, just like this. So, like a deceptive cadence. This point, for example, recalls to me the Fenaroli schema you can learn in the Partimento method, stage 6.13. Wonderful. It's not the same, but very similar. This is Fenaroli. Then cadence. Here we have an alto cadence, the Partimento method, stage 7.5. All stages here. Then subject now in the top. And as you can see here, I wanted to finish this melody so in this elegant way. Fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re. And then I wanted to continue only with the two voices which are already indicated in the top. Nothing more. It's also good to create some contrast between all the voices and little solo. Oh, ti, ta, 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 ta. And here, in order to create more contrast, I wanted to add another voice. In this case, the voice I'm adding here is in the middle, which is the continuation of this voice, and then is this one, the lower one. And we have here the subject, the melody, the theme of the fugue in the top. So at the top voice. So this way. And in this case, I'm creating a very extraordinary effect. What do I'm doing? I have an ascending motion due to the ascending movement of the subject, of course. In the bass, I'm developing a counter melody which can work here, going and moving downwards, creating so this way an opening the space in this realization to create a very wide effect. Let's listen to it again. So we have we passed from this point to this point. One octave to 1, 2, 3, yes, 3 octaves and a third. Very big excursion. So this is how to balance all the elements. Now, another very beautiful thing that I applied here is this chord, which then a step higher becomes, as you can see, augmented chord. This is an augmented with augmented fifth. Wonderful. Something you can do in Baroque style, maybe not of course in Renaissance style, but in Baroque style works so well. Very nice. And on the contrary, here I wanted to rise up. So, up, this way. This can be assimilated like a quintful. As you can see, I'm adding the bass in this point, because what is here, let's use another color, here orange. What is here is exactly what I have here, which is what we can call in the Partimento method tight bass. So I'm adding a quintful, which is very related to the tight bass because they are like inversion in multiple counterpoints. So as you can see, instead of a quintful, I'm using rising fourth. Fourth and quint and fifth are reversible. So the inversion of the fourth is a fifth. So instead of fifth down, I can move fourth up, as you can see. So and I can balance the effect of widening with narrowing. This conjunction of the opposite. This is pure alchemy. What is the essence of the Partimento method? Solve et coagula. So and more, in addition, this figure, pom pa pa pam, which is called figura corta, and there's an entire stage in the Partimento method, stage 2.1, with 3 videos on figurations, figura corta, which literally means short figure, figura corta. Corta means short. This is long, and this is short. Or you could also say for high in English. So a short man, corto, in Italian we say basso, not corto, but the principle is the same, and short and tall, for example, long. So this figuration as you can see, helps to don't create mistakes like parallel octaves we would have this way. So thanks to this figure, I have, let's use another color like green, so 3, 6, because this is an appoggiatura, this 7, 3, 6, 8, 6, 3, 6, 8, 3, 3. Combining in perfect consonances, I can overpass the problem of parallel fifths or parallel octaves. So let's play this passage again. Oops. And then we have another very beautiful section where I'm also adding something new in the bass, as you can see, and at the same time I'm adding some diminutions, because here we have what we can call, according to Galan schemata, the Monte Romanesca, which is in the Partimento method stage 6.11. So let's play the Monte Romanesca in the structure this way. Yes, I'll show you right now in the Partimento method. First of all, learning harmony, counterpoint and partimento may not be very stimulating. However, having a group of friends who share your same passion, your same enthusiasm and your same desire to learn is wonderful, because this helps you cultivate your passion, nourish your enthusiasm and grow your determination to learn. On our Discord server, we just do that. Every day, many friends from all over the world show off their compositions, help other members with their improvisations, and continuously stimulate each other by exchanging new ideas and inspirations. We can't wait to meet you too. Join our free community now. You just have to learn, have fun, and improve. Click on this link, verify your account, and say hello to all your new friends. Monte Romanesca, so let's play the structure, which is this. And in this point is developed this way. Then leading to another ending with the deceptive cadence in this point. The deceptive cadence you can learn in the Partimento method stage chapter 4 and chapter 7, those chapters about cadences. Then let's continue to. And here, as you can see, I'm using the Neapolitan 6, which is nothing more than a Fa super La, Sol, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Sol. Remember, we are at the presence of a Fa super La. Fa super La. And the Fa super La is a very important element in early music, in Partimento, which comes from and derives from solmization. For this reason, in the Partimento method you find also Fa minor, Mi fa, Sotto musica for learning solmization, because they are all interconnected. Sol, Fa, La, and then La, Sol, Sol. In this point, in order to create a very strong tension on D, I'm applying a double cadence. As you can see, which is the version arriving from the 7th, 7, 3, 7, 4, 6, 4, 5, sharp, which seems deceptive due to this subject, which is nothing more than Monte, is ascending. So Monte 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, which is a stage 3.2 of the Partimento method, Monte 5, 6. There's also the ebook Solvet Coagula, which you can download for free, where you can find all these patterns in their prototypes. Incredible. So this is really how no one the elements of composition can help you realizing partimenti. If you want to write a poem, you need to know the grammar, rhetoric, you need to know all those tools you need to write. The same in music, the same in partimento, is the same thing. Now, as you can see, in order to avoid parallel octaves between these two voices and CD, contrary motion, and this creates also another very beautiful effect, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Fa, which is an independent melody. And then dun, 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 and at this point we have our very first cadence of the first part with the compound cadence. The first part of this fugue is finishing here. And then we have a second part where I've just added some diminutions in the already existing voices without adding anything else, because sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more, just add some ornamentation to keep the style we used before. So all this figure I added before and also here, but only just to keep the coherence and to be consistent with what I played before, nothing more. So in this case, also some chromaticism. Why not? Does it work? Yes. Does it make it beautiful, more beautiful? Yes. And so let's do it. Yes. And here I'm interpreting this point as another voice. Bum, 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 bum. And so for this now I'm passing to a 3-voice realization, adding one more voice at the bottom, as you can see. And also here, Fa, La, Sol, Fa super La, which is on this G flat. Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi. Fa, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Fa. And double cadence again, double cadence here on the new subject, here in the tenor. And so let's continue. Here, since we have this of the subject and we are arriving at the end of this realization, I wanted to add a stronger cadence. So after this, this like a deceptive cadence, but not so ending cadence. And the reason is that now we have the subject in the bass in F, starting from F. And this time I'm applying here the rule of preparation, this preparation, suspension, and as you can see, resolution. And the very interesting thing is that we are at the presence of a place where the resolution doesn't follow the rule of descending one step. And why? The reason is very simple. Descending by step means creating something very strange, because you know we are using chromaticism in the bass, so this is not so good. This is not so good. So what to do in this case is, it's better to avoid the resolution or to make it to another consonant note, in this case the third. And this is something you can find in Baroque music. Look at Johann Sebastian Bach Fugue in B flat major from the first book of the Well-Tempered Clavier. You can see a passage like this. But the last time, since we don't have any problem of chromaticism in the bass, we have the resolution and this is just an interpolation. But we have the resolution, so preparation, suspension, and the resolution here. So now it works. And here on the new subject, as you can see, I'm just adding a more fluent, more smoothly voice. Perfect. Then chromaticism. In this case, I'm adding some voices at the top. And here I'm keeping what is written here, just adding some diminutions to create variety and to give a different taste. And now the penultimate entry, right? Or is it the last one? Yes, this is the last one actually. So, and the last one I wanted to do very strong, so with this wave. Dissonances 9, 3, 8, and as you can see, this. And I'm talking about this voice, pum pum pa pa pum pum pum, is very similar to what I did in this point. I show you right now this point, the point I highlighted you before without the resolution, this one. So this way we keep a consistency. Pum pum, fifth down, fourth up, creating a little quintful within the sequence. So in this case, in this point, I'm breaking the rule of counterpoint due to keyboard realization. So the fifth we have here is not prepared in the same voice. Of course, we have the G before, but it's not in the same voice. Or you could imagine that this voice overpass and we have a crossing of the voices. But I can do this because I'm conceiving this realization like a keyboard, as a keyboard realization, so not something which must be at all contrapuntal. Ask always yourself, does this thing work? Yes, do it. Okay? So don't focus too much on rule, or better, learn rule and learn how to apply them. But if you find another way which can work, prefer the way which can work better according to the other elements, the context, the coherency of the piece, of the, in this case, the partimento, or the coherency or the consistency with your realization, with what you applied in your realization. And here we have our deceptive cadence. I didn't see the bass. 7, 6, and final. And I wanted to add a different ending. Instead of a 1-5-1 to common, I added a long 1 degree, first degree pedal, which we can call quiescenza according to Galan's schemata. So quiescenza you can learn in the Partimento method stage 6.7, if I remember correctly, 6.7, which is this way. Start the quiescenza with an augmented chord. Instead of this, E natural and A flat. Very struggling. So, and I'm adding this element, which is so important in this fugue. And the element of syncopation. So blue and green, which then are inverted. Green here and blue here in the middle, creating so an inversion. Then I'm reinverting them, so blue in the top here, and green here. But in order to create more variety and to don't do the same thing, I'm just adding, as you can see, diminution. So and I'm also repeating it another time like before, but also this time I'm adding other diminutions. So we have this voice, the green one here, but this time in C major, so C instead of F. As you can see, we have this tied C instead of the tied S, but the melody is the same. And here the blue voice, creating our final cadence. So let's play again the final ending. Wonderful. Now it's up to you. It's up to you to make your realization, and you can download this PDF, remember, in the Partimento method. Then you can start the Partimento method, which is a complete path with all what you know, what you must know to realize partimenti, to compose music. If you're a very beginner, you may need some more, or better, more personal guidance, and that's normal, because if you're at the beginning, there are some aspects, some rules that imply to make a lot of mistakes and a lot of observation from a teacher. In this case, contact me. I'm here to help people through it all over the world to learn composition and partimenti. I'm here for this. So here in the description you find all my services built for you to help you and to guide you in learning composition. It's up to you to decide. All what you need is here. Just do an action. And see you here, of course, in another video. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. In many religious traditions, God gave man the power to name. Name things, name animals, name your peers. With words you can destroy and you can create. With words you can hurt and you can comfort. With words you can manipulate reality or describe it as best you can. One of the most powerful exercises you can do to compose your own music is to say what you play. You can say the intervals you play, you can say the letters you play, you can say the solmization syllables you play. This is exactly what you will do in the say and play exercises in the Partimento method. With the powerful say and play exercises, playing various patterns such as Romanesca, tight bass, windfall will be like recalling magical powerful spells. You think of the pattern, you say it, and the magic is done. Let there be third and sixth, and there was third and sixth.